team first on the scene over a barricade situation in the central part of the valley.
We've been following this story since it began earlier this afternoon. Let's get right out to Action News reporter Marissa Keniston live near Vegas and Tonopah with the latest there. Marissa.
Steve, still a very active scene out here. A little bit earlier, we heard two very loud booms. Now, I was able to talk with police, and they tell me those were flashbangs. They say those are just essentially sound bombs. They're using a whole bunch of different techniques to try to get the people out of the house that's right here around the corner. Now, we do know that several people have already come out of the house. Police say those several people have been detained. They have been questioned, but it's still unknown what their involvement was in the robbery or if anybody has been arrested. We do know SWAT teams are on scene, also negotiators. We have heard them over a PA system trying to get people out of the house. Evacuations. We just heard another boom right there. We did hear from police a little bit earlier that that is a flashbang. Again, those are negotiating tactics that they're still trying to get people in and out of that house. We don't know how many people are still inside at this time, and police do not yet know if they are armed. The evacuations are still in effect right here this afternoon. And the lockdowns at the schools were also in place earlier this afternoon. Let's get right over to Action News reporter Masa Saidi for more on that. Masa?
And Marissa, the lockdown is still in place. We just heard that big bang, and some of the parents here were a little bit shocked by that. And this is where Marissa is off in the distance. You can see that the street has been closed off here. We want to show you the scene right here in front of the school. We've been waiting with parents for about 2 hours. We are the only news crew here right now speaking with them. They were just told that there was going to be a modified release any minute now. That is what they were told. Some parents wondering if that's actually going to happen. We're told kids will be put on buses first, and then they're going to worry about getting everyone else out. As I said, we've been waiting with parents for about 2 hours. And Mason, just show how they're all kind of bunched up right next to the door. They're getting anxious. Their patience growing thin. As the minutes go on, some are worried about their little children getting antsy inside. A few have been complaining to us, or telling us rather, that the school didn't tell them the situation was going to be going on this long. But of course, school officials did not expect it to drag on this long. Listen to what this father had to say.
I mean, she doesn't have a lot of experience with, police activity and that kind of thing. And I know she's never been in a lockdown before. So, like I said, I'm sure she's probably a little freaked out in there. I'm just hoping that, her teacher's real cool. So I'm hoping that they're just keeping her calm.
The official here on the scene described the situation as total chaos, and here's why. A parent was speaking with that official. We were standing right there. Her child goes to a nearby elementary school, Joe Mackey. The bus was supposed to drop her child off right here on the corner, but about an hour later, her child wasn't here. She was told to call the transportation line, but it was busy. So last we spoke with her, I don't see her here anymore, but she wasn't sure exactly where her child was. Again, parents did receive a phone call. We were here being notified by the school that they were going to be on lockdown, and everybody just very anxious to get their children home safely. Reporting live, Masa Saidi, Channel 13 Action News.